We just recently finished a process with the city council there in Missoula, where they did heard our appeal to the decision by the Historic Preservation Commission. And after a couple of months of deliberation and hearings and research and analysis, the city council ultimately voted to support our appeal, and that was a week ago Monday.
Now, what exactly will you be doing with the building? Pending, I'm sure that I'm not even sure there's going to be a district court action or not. But if you are allowed to continue on, what exactly will you do?
Sure. As part of the compromise that we made with the various preservation groups and the city council, we are going to preserve what is called the pharmacy building, which in and of itself is registered in the National Historic Registry. And we are going to keep the Mercantile Muse, which really is a 4,000, 5,000 square foot space that will connect the hotel common area and the various retailers. And we think that's just going to be a dynamic museum-type space that can really pay tribute and be a museum-type setting for the Mercantile history. In addition to that, while we go through the deconstruction process, we'll be looking for other material that we can either repurpose on the new Mercantile project or donate to the public, home resources, other entities that have reached out to us to preserve. It's exciting.
All right. So now, do you have a timeline as to when all this will begin?
Well, in a perfect world, we would have a development agreement with the city, which would bind us to the things that I just spoke about by the end of this month. And we still have some significant environmental abatement work that needs to take place before any deconstruction can occur. And that will go through September and part of October. And then we anticipate a 90-day deconstruction process, which would put us first quarter of 2017 start of construction.
Wow. And now, I just wanted to ask you on a personal level, Andy, this has been a long haul, a long ordeal for you and for your company, and the patience I think that you've shown with all the various organizations, and I think is laudable. And I know that the Chamber of Commerce is behind you, and I know the mayor is behind you. So, did you feel a good level of support as you went through this very lengthy process?
That's a difficult question. I think when you are involved in a project that does have a certain degree of profile to it, and that does involve, in this instance, something that is controversial, which is a historic building that's got incredible memories and stories involved, that you're going to end up with controversy. And I think in this particular instance, we had a very vocal group of folks that were very much in support of preserving the building. But we heard from, and continue to hear from, literally hundreds of people writing emails, calling in their full support. So I think at the end of the day, while there's in our opinion, a vocal minority that does absolutely want to preserve the building, we do feel a great sense of support for most of the community.
Right. All right. Now, just a couple of quick number things. How much will the project cost, and when do you think is the expected completion date with no snags?
Sure. The total project cost is about $34 million. and that will include about 24,000 square feet of ground floor retail that we hope to lease to lots of local restaurants and retailers and businesses. We've got the Mercantile Muse on the ground level and hotel common area. And then above that, we have approximately 154-room custom residence Inn by Marriott. And our goal would be to open up in early summer of 2018.